Hi, this is the second part of week 4. So in this second part, we will try to draw these three drawing here. So the three drawing here is the view of the 3D figure here. So for example, you see this is the section view. Okay, the front view A. So when you see this figure from the front, you will see something like this. When you cut it in this section from B to B prime here, you cut it, you will see the section view of view B. So it is the side view, but it is from the middle of this, from the center of this cut, and see the top view. So you see this figure from the top. So we show something like this. So we will try to draw these three figures in AutoCAD. Okay. First we open AutoCAD here, and because we already make the template of the title block, so before I start, I select the template that I make here, click to it, and then it will show here. When you go to layout 1, it will show the template already. So when I finish the drawing in the model, when I come to layout, I can bring it directly to the PDF with exactly the dimension. Okay, when back to model, we start and make a view a bit to the right here. Okay, make more. Okay, more. Okay. So now, you see this is the easiest way, the easiest drawing. So we will we'll start with this first. We can see here we have the horizontal of 72. So because we are in the template, so I'm sure that the unit here is millimeter. So let me check unit. Okay, it's millimeter. So is it correct? So now I draw a line with L, and I make sure that I show you the automate on. Okay. Draw a line and drag that horizontally and enter 72. Oh, smaller. Okay. This is the line here, and the up 10 units, 10 millimeter. Okay, line up 10, and also copy this to this. Okay, and I will draw one line here. Okay, finish the first part. The second part is the circle here. The circle here. The circle here have the, you can see, you see the side view. So they are in the same dimension here. So the circle here have the diameter of 12, and it is 60 millimeter from the bottom here. So I will draw a circle. So press C. I select the bottom here, the middle of the bottom here. I select the dimension, the diameter. Press D for diameter, and 12. So this is the circle of the diameter of 12, and I need to move it up 60 millimeter. I select this, press M to move, and drag it up and enter 60. Well, this is a circle here, and this is the circle of the radius of 15. So I draw a circle here, and I know that it will be in the center of the circle. So if you cannot see the center of the circle, go to the object snap here, see the choose the center. If you don't see, if you have different interface, just type this setting, yeah, and you can select the center here. Okay, draw a circle here, in the center and radius of 15. Okay, and then we will have one fillet here of the radius of 15 also. So I draw one line from the quadrant here. Okay, from the quadrant to the perpendicular to the line here. Okay, and then I want to fillet this line with the radius of 15. Press F for fillet and press R for radius, and then enter 15. Then select the first object and the second object here. Okay, and then it is symmetrical, so we can copy. You can see here we have one line here, one circle here, and one line here. So I select 3 here. I mirror it to the left, and my mirror, I select the center of the circle and the quadrant of the big circle here. Enter, something like this. And then I will trim this section of the circle here. TR, trim, press space bar, and if you want to trim all, press space bar again. Okay, drag to it and see here. Okay, we still have one line here, but just do it later. And okay, just leave this here. So we will go to this figure. So this figure here have the bottom here up the 35 units. So this is the section here, 35 units. So I will draw one line here, 35 units. Okay, and I want to make sure that it is the same in the same line. So I just draw a random line somewhere here, and I move this line, move from this point to this point here. So make sure that they are in the same line. Delete this line. Okay, so they are in the same level, and they are 35 millimeter here, and it is up 6 millimeter. L for line. Select the endpoint here. Move the mouse up 6, and then to the left 5 millimeter here, and up. I don't know how much is this, so just leave this. And this is up, and I know this is a 10 unit, 10 millimeter here. So I can draw a line from here, 10 millimeter. Okay, and then I know this line will be the same level with this level. Okay, so I will draw I select the midpoint of this arc here. I draw one line here. So I know this is the level, this level here. And this have the diameter of 30. So I move this. I copy one more line from down 30 millimeter. Copy 30. So this is the level here. So I can draw one more line here from here. I up here. Yeah, from here up to here. Okay. and then so I can delete it now. I will now go to the right 5 millimeter, line 5, okay, and then go up, line, select the endpoint here, go up, select the perpendicular here, and then I can delete this section. So I press TR to trim, select this line and trim this. Okay. Okay, so I can delete it also. Yeah. I will draw one line with the 13 millimeter here, line 13. Okay. I will draw one line down and one line here. Okay, so we draw one line here. I don't know exactly the distances, draw randomly, and then draw one line from here up to here, and then I can click to it and move this to the endpoint here. There's one method to do this better. This is a trick, very useful. I use this all the time. So I draw one line from this point here, very short here, and I draw one line from this point, very short here. And I know that they will be meet together at this point, and I can do the fillet with the radius up 0. So when I do the fillet with the radius up 0, that means they will be touching together. Okay. So I can do the fillet. Here I select the radius up 0. When I select this line and this line, they will be touching together. So you can select either line, either method or not. You can. There's a lot of method to do this. This depends on your choice. And we have one line here with the angle of 60 degrees. So I draw one line here from first point here, and I enter randomly any distance, the length of the line, any distance, for example 20, and instead of enter, I use this the left side and enter the angle 60. Okay, it will be the line of 20 millimeter and the angle of 60, and then I want to extend this line to this, so I press EX for extend. I select the boundary first and spacebar, and then select the line here. Okay, and you want to have the line up 12 here, so easily just draw a line from the quadrant of this circle up to this. Make sure it is perpendicular, and then you press trim to trim, select the boundary and delete this. Finished. So we will move to the top view here. For the top view here, we know that they will be the same size, so I can copy this line, move it a bit down, make sure that I'm in the auto mode, so I will bring it down vertically. Okay, and then I will draw the two lines just randomly, because I don't know the dimension. Here will be 35, because this side will be from here to here. Okay, so I know the dimension from here to here, from here to here is 35 when you look at the side view. When you look at top view, from top view you can see from here to here is the dimension from here to here. So I will draw one line down 35 millimeter. I copy this line here. Okay, so I know these two lines here is E from these two lines here, so I can draw, select any point in this line. I just move down and then I trim. I select the boundary and I trim this. Okay, I make a mirror through the center. Okay, I'm not care about the length of this first. Okay, and you see these two lines here. So these two lines here is this section. So it will be 5 millimeter down. So I copy this and I move it down 5 millimeter. Okay, so I can do the trim, TR trim, and I press spacebar 2 times. So we select this. So finish this part, and then we have one line here. One line here you can see here it's E. The width of this, so it is 13. So I copy one line here. I copy it and I drag it down 13 units, 13 millimeter. So it will be here. This is the line here. So do the trim, TR for trim. Select this the boundary, and I select this. Okay. But it is a bit shorter, you can see here, because we have the gap here. So I will draw a line. I select the end point of the line here. Select the end point. Make sure you select the end point. Drag down. Okay. Do the same here. Okay. And then I press trim, TR for trim. I select the boundary of the two lines here, and then I delete this section. Okay, finish. So I can delete this two line here. This. Okay. The next part is the. Okay, so I will draw one line here. Okay. And then we have the line up 10 millimeter each side. So first we'll draw one line from here to here to close it. Okay. And then we will draw one line up 10 millimeter. So we will draw one line the center first. Maybe move it a bit down here. Okay. And because 10, so I will copy one to the left and to the right 5 millimeter. I select this line, copy to the right 5 millimeter, and to the left 5 millimeter. Okay. So now I can delete the middle point, middle line here. Next, I will know where is this line, so it will be the same as this line. So we draw one line, and I select anywhere from I select the end point of this line. I drag down. I drag horizontally. Okay. So now this is the trim time. So trim it. Select the trim. So I select the. I will trim this line first. Okay. I select the trim, so I select the boundary. This is the two line here, and I trim this line. Okay. And then I will trim the two vertical line here. I select this line, the boundary, and select these two lines. Okay. And then I want to trim this up to this, so we'll trim these two vertical lines. So I will select the boundary here and the boundary here, space bar, and then delete the two sections here. Okay, and then I will delete this, so trim, select this. Okay, next we will draw the two circles here. So this circle here have the diameter of 12. This is 23 millimeter from this, and this is 48 millimeter apart of each other. So I know that it will be 48 to 24 millimeter from the center. So first I will draw a circle at the center here of the diameter, press T for diameter of 12. Okay, and I move it to the left 24 millimeter. I select this circle, I press M to move to the left 24 millimeter. Okay, and move it down 23. Move it down 23. Okay, and I mirror it to the right. Select the midpoint, the line. Okay, and we need to fillet this, and this fillet, the radius of this is 12. Okay, so go to fillet here, radius R12. So this. Okay. So we nearly finished. Next, you can see that we need to do the dimension, and we have a lot. We have the pattern here. So how to do that? So there's one new command for you is the hatch. So we can do the hatch with this section, this section here. So to do that, press H for hatch, enter, and then in the hatch you will select the area that you want to be hatched. So you need to drag down to anywhere. You can select the area. So you click to this, and you click to this, and you click spacebar. Okay. So this is the hashed, but it's not similar to this. It's just like a solid color. So when you click to the hash here, you can select the pattern. So the pattern here you can select here. This is the pattern of the pattern that we like, but because it was too thick that you cannot see, when you zoom in you can see that. Okay, so how to increase it? So when you click to it, and you can see in the property it is have the scale of 1. Okay, so just in case that if you don't have this box, if you don't have this box appear in your AutoCAD, just right click and go to property, So this box is a small box, but it is a big box here. So the property here, it have the scale here. So pattern for the scale 1 here. So I can change it to increase it. For example, 2. Don't see any change. So you can increase to 10. Yes. So when you increase the scale, you will see the pattern here. So we have to increase to 20. Okay, something like that. Let me delete this. Okay, let me come back here to see. So maybe a bit more. Scale about 25. 25, 20, 26. Yes, something like that. Be much closer. So this is the way we do the hatching. To hatch to make the pattern for the one area. The second part is to draw the dimension. But remember that when we draw the dimension, we want to create a new layer that we can hide the dimension or change the color of the dimension. So we will create one more layer for the dimension. Okay, so you go to the layer property here, or you just press LA for layer. Okay, here you can create one new layer. Okay. You select you hide the dimension. Okay, I make the color maybe blue here. Okay, and close it. So in the layer, I will select the layer of the dimension. Okay, and then I can so now I'm in the layer of the dimension. Now I will make the dimension here. Okay, first we will make the 72 here. So remember for the dimension, I will have the review here. Okay, for dimension linear, dimension linear. Okay, dim linear. For the radius, for dim radius. For diameter, di. And for angle, we use DAN. DAN for angle, for dimension angle. Okay, so now we do that. DLI, dimension linear, from here to here, I drag down. Okay, so you can see that we have we see the arrow here is very small, and we have a lots of 0 after the 0.72.0000. So I want to change it. So press D for dim style, for dimension style. I select modify. I go to the arrow here. So I select the arrow size will be 3 millimeter, and go to the unit. you'll go to the precision here, select 0, so there's no point. Okay, close. Okay, so we show only 72 here. Okay, next we will draw the line here, draw the dimension from here to here, 10. So just keep moving. From here to the quadrant, here will be 60. From here to here be 30. The radius. Okay, so let's do the with the linear first. From here to here will be 13. Here to here 12. From here to here 30. From here to here 5. From here to here 6. From here to here 35. From here to here 23. From here to here 48. Okay, we finished with the linear, so we go with the radius, DRA. For this, with 15. So this will be 15 also. And this will be 12. And this will be 6. You want to show the diameter of this, so DDI, this, okay, here 12. Okay, and one more here, we have the angle, so DAN. Select this line, this line will show up 60 here. Okay. So we still have the smaller line here. Is the line that have different style. And we have the line here with different style also. So we need to do that. Okay. So first we will draw one line here. In the middle. Okay. So maybe a bit further from here to here. Just look at by your eyes, and they have the different pattern. Okay. Well, first I will move back to the layer 0. Apply from here to here. Okay. Have to maybe turn off the dimension for better seat. Okay. I go to this and I go to the the line type here, and I go to order. In order here we have the continuous, that's all. So I need to load more, load, and in the load here I can see different line style. You can see that. And when we want to have the line style of you can see one longer line and one shorter line, longer line, shorter line. Okay, we look for maybe here. Okay, longer line, shorter line, longer line, shorter line. Okay, the center tool here, click OK, click to this. Okay, so I select this line and I select the center tool. When you zoom in you can see that, but when you zoom out you cannot see because the scale of this line is a bit small, so we need to increase it. It's similar to the hatch. Okay, okay, so click to it and then right click and you can see the property. Click to the property here. You see the property here. You will see here line type scale. So we need to scale it a bit up, so maybe 3. And see it's still small, so increase a bit more, maybe 10. And see, okay. So this line will be okay, will be 10, or maybe a bit maybe smaller, about 8. Okay, maybe 8, that's better, something like that. And we will do with this circle here, with this line here, with this little circle here. Okay, we draw a line. So let me see. Okay, so we draw 2 lines here, and it is a bit out of the circle here, so we'll draw one more circle, the center here a bit more, something like this. And I will draw the line from here to here, from here to here. Okay, delete this circle, so we have perfectly. And I select these 2 lines here. I select the line type. I go to the line type here. I select the center tool. But because the scale of the 2 line here is different from this line, so you don't see it. So you can first method, you can click to this and right click and select the property, and then you can change the line type scale into 8. We did the same with this, but it's not a good way to do. So we want the 2 line here have the same property with this line. For example, I go back, undo it, so you see the continuous line. And then I want to get the same things. I can go with the match property here. So I click to match property. I select the first line, the line here that I want to be matched, and then I select this line and this line. They will be matched together. So these 2 lines here will have the same property with this line. Okay. or you can do again, or you can type MA format property, select the first line, select the first MA format property, select the first line, and then click to the other line, and you can make it the same property with this. We will do the same thing here. Maybe we'll draw one more bigger circle here. I draw 2 lines. Little circle. MA. This line here, and I move to this line. Okay, copy this. The center here to the center here. Okay. Then when I show up the dimension again, this is okay, this is good. And one thing here, you can see the other line will have the lightweight is thicker than the same. Okay, so this is, we have one line here which have the different have the lightweight smaller than other. So we draw one line here, maybe from here to here. We select the mask property to this line, okay, and we select the thickness, so maybe it's 0.1 or 0.2 millimeter, something like that. Okay, so we nearly finished. We will add it more if we like, and we go to the layout one. Here we can see our drawing, and then we need to zoom it out. Okay, double click to this. We go to the model here. We drag the figure to the center, and I zoom it somewhere here in the center here, and I double click to outside. Okay. So when I click to the viewport here, I will choose this the scale. Okay, so maybe this scale here have 1:1 here. That's it better. That's it good. So scale here 1:1. So I press refresh, regen here. I have the scale 1:1. Okay, so I can change the title block here. Okay, go to the drawing property. Go here, drawing utility and drawing property here. Like you can DWG property here. For the people who use the mark, you will edit it in the by double click to this, because you use the attribute. Okay, this is, what is it? Let me see, what is it? Your cast iron support. Okay, cast iron support. Title is cast iron support. Iron support. Okay, auto myself. Okay, and the revision. So client, when I double click to the block, I can select the revision 01 client. Okay, maybe MTU. Or maybe electrical department. Okay. And then we'll be update revision 01. Oh, it's not updated, so I need to regen again. Regen. Okay, cast iron support. When I change the name of the drawing, it will change. So let's save it. Maybe save to desktop. Let's save it to the cast iron support drawing. Okay, save it, and then it will show up here, and then I can bring it to PDF. I select here, plot here, or go here to print. So everything we are already set up. So click OK. So in desktop, so see plus I and support. So that self it will print for you. On the desktop, you will see here home rotate. Okay, this is the drawing we have made. So I want to change the color of the dimension to be black. Okay, or to be a bit gray, so that I can see the drawing a bit better. So I will close this. Go to this. I will go to the dimension. I will go to the layer property here. I select the color of the dimension. So maybe here. Okay. Close this. So the dimension will change the color a bit gray here. Things bad. Okay. And bring it again. Okay. Override it and replace it. Okay, let's see. Here. So this is the drawing, and it have the title, the author, the file name, the revision. Okay. Sorry. Yes. So because I changed to the other thing, so maybe I want to change to revision 2, something like that. Revision 2, because I changed the color. So if I submit to the client the first revision, so when I change the color of the dimension, so I need to update the revision. So revision 2, something like that. Print again. Yes. Okay. Save. Okay. So this is my drawing of the cast iron support here. And this is finished for the part 2. You submit this PDF here, this PDF, and submit your CAD drawing. Okay, thank you very much.